Started with another session of the Duel Triangle. Now, changed one deck. I might change the others. I'm not sure. Let's see, just a second. What do I want to do? The replay. Well, okay. There's a few things to consider. Trying to pick the deck I want to play for the rest of the event. I have a feeling that Silvercord will be unsustainable. Synchron is doing pretty well. And Dragon Maze was doing alright, but I can also see it is kind of floundering. Later half. So I ended up changing that, at the very least, to something that Chroma will recognize. Excuse me. That being said, for the replay of the day, I have a few options. What are you against RB? No, absolutely not. What are you? Maybe something interesting. You are Ice Shade, Ice Barrier. Okay. Well, hold on, I saw... And not quite Ice Shade, but something like that. You just fusion Link Blue Eyes, in fact. Why? Millennium plus Gaia, Heart of Gaia. Interesting. Let's give Sky Striker versus Primite RDA a look to see. Oh wow, okay. So we're going second with a pretty decent hand, mind you. With Engage, Lightning Storm, Widow Anchor, and Lemon's Gate. 40 card main, 15 card extra versus 40 card main, 15 card extra. We're going second. Let's see what we can do. Set 2 pass. Oh, it's not looking good for the RDA player. Oh, and Droplet just in case. Lightning Storm. Pop. That it's an impermanent Dragon's Mind, not that that does anything. Engage for Ray. Roll in Lockbird. Actually will do something though. Ray into Ace 0. Gets to add back the Engage. Set 3 pass. No. Okay, sure. Magnamut. Dragon's Mind. Pay 2,500 to set this card. If I remember correctly, Dragon's Mind is just a monster with 2,500 original attack for 4. No. So with 2,500 original attack for defense, then negate the activation if you destroy. Okay. Then battle phase, speed over the 0. 0 to activate. Dragon's Mind to negate. Widow Anchor to negate. Forbidden Droplet. Send 1. Lemon's Gate. Shuffle to the back. Doesn't really do anything. Forbidden Droplet extends. Just halves the attack. Set to pass. Okay, sure. Shark Cannon. Go engage. That hits another Dragon's Mind. Thankfully, we've got a second engage. Engaged. Plus Shark Cannon for the Droll. I don't think we have enough spells. We do to summon. That gets another Ray. Plus a Droll and Lockbird of our own. Gets to summon another A0. A0. Add Imperm to Negate. He cannot be used as link material. He is still in effect. Battle phase, beat over. That gets the Ray. Ray to summon. Ray to link off for the Kagari. Hey, Toasted Toast, how you doing today? Welcome in. Kagari to add back the Engage. Linking off for Camellia. We have 3 engraved. It's more just to get the Droll out of the way. That's to get Widow Anchor. We have a link 2 we can make. Widow Anchor to steal. I'm doing alright as well. That's to make the Azalea, plus the Shark Cannon. Lubellion. Discard to send. I feel like we should have waited for whatever the ad was. But sure. Get rid of the Bestial Rebellion. Druid Worm does get to activate, banishing either our Grey or our Camellia. We do get the Droll and Lockbird. Now they're in a much better position. Azalea. Banish Lightning Storm. Pop the Druid Worm. Destroy. Send the Azalea. Just in Kurikara. That's an unfortunate draw. Would be really good against other decks though. And they just top deck another Druid Worm. Dragon's Mine, pay 2500 sets. Get Rhoda, but that does hit with the Dragon's Mind. Any normal summon from our opponent does win the game, unfortunately. Battle phase. There's still a chance we can do something. Out of Avarice, we do not have enough cards in our graveyard. That is unfortunate. The Bestial player does walk away with it. GG. Okay. Glad to see you're doing alright, Toasted Toast. Now, so me try again with the festival. And this time I'm doing something a little bit different for Fusion. Last time, we did just Dragon Maids. Dragon Maid branded, more exactly. This time, I want to try Chroma's Fusion slop list. I don't think it'll be that good, but I'm hoping it does something. But we'll have to see. Then I still have, for Link, I'm still playing Sulfur Chord. I might change that for something like Sky Striker or Orcust later on down the line. But for now, I'm sticking with this. Then, Synchro is still junk. The event I'm using Labyrinth. Hold on. Are you? Oh no, you're talking about like actual Gate Guardian Labyrinth, I'm assuming. And obviously that's for the fusion. I was about to say, if you're talking about like Labyrinth, I thought they would have ended Gate Guardian Slop exactly. Because you were talking about like crap slop. They would have been like, did they not ban Lady or anything like that? That's a weird oversight. Okay. But let's give Fusion Slop a try. Okay, I can work with this hand. It's not a great one, but it's something. Feeling they have Fool Loss or something. I do have a target for this. I think Labyrinth and Labyrinth are two different locks. Feel sort of dislike. Yeah. That's kind of why I... Oh. I'll go for the Mysterion, honestly. I feel like that's better disruption, just blind. Get a Kitsu, and I'll get a Horn. No, I'll go Flame. There's the Ash, okay. They'll go. I'll be on. Getting gems to make it to a new deck, which is fair. Want to use Mysterion yet. Not the best board, but it's something. And a Rose Dragon. If I go Flame here, it both prevents their Rose Garden from resolving, but it also prevents their burn effect as well as the all face-up cards. And oof. Second Ash Blossom. Alright, it's all up to Mirror Jade now. Rock throws. Which deck are you 7-up to play next? The same original type. Trying to build True Draco Monarch. Decent choice. That got the Rose Bamboo Shoot. I think I do use this now. It vanishes with Sam original types. Hello, Mouse Dormouse. Welcome in. How you doing today? Thank you for the follow. Destrudo. Tuner. I have to have another extender, right? Oh. Oh, okay. I'll hold the Mirror Jade for now, just in case I need to use it on my turn. Actually. No, I think I do hold it. Build a deck since it's like 2-card combo based, ratios are very challenging. That I can understand, yeah. I'm gonna wait on the tier limit Scream. Special summon from Hand or Grave. Rock Rose does get the ad. Thank you for refreshing the parlor, Lugia. Another Black Rose Garden. As long as I don't have a good special summon. Unshrimp. Unshrimping. It's White Rose. Dragon. So immediately on summon, I'll need the Mirror Jade. Get rid of the White Rose. Passing by before D&D to drop a hello? Thank you for dropping by, Lugia. Hope you have a good time at D&D. Duel stream you. I did just start, but so far it's going alright. I feel like all you needed to do was normal summon the Vengeful Witch, but that's fine. do have a Shadow Fusion, which is... oh, shoot. Okay. I don't need to use Mysterion. Doesn't really matter. Actually, now that I think about it, probably should have grabbed something like the Latilis, if anything. That gets another one. Another Black Rose Garden. Needs a water monster. Now the horns, they know they can't go in. Or graveyard, except White Rose. Need to wait for the normal summon to activate the horn. Hey, Ezzo, how you doing? I've been doing alright. How's everything been going with you? Good, eh? Okay. I'll get another for Rox Rose. I think at some point I'm just gonna have to rip the Mysterion, to be fair. Ability checks. Oh! Oh! Obviously, I use the Mysterion here. Rox Rose. These. Okay, I'm gonna need to. I need to get rid of the White Rose so that they cannot synchro summon. It's unfortunate to hear that you're on disability. My first ban 2 days ago. Oh, cool. Well, I mean, I guess not cool, but... Not sure what else to say. Ironically, I need to get some shadows in my hand. That person was making a ton of people uncomfortable. I see. hey, it's not. Hey, the corn is not echoing. Let's go. On the other hand, glad to see that person gone. Then they're making so many people so uncomfortable. Yeah, I guess the sound alerts finally managed to fix itself, I guess. I'm glad it's working as well. How does this duel work? Well, that's also another tuner. So right now this is the dual triangle, where we are all limited to a very specific summoning mechanic. You can either choose fusion, that was just going to go around in circles until I managed to out the Dugarist, or the defense position monster, to be fair. Okay, GG. Okay. Essentially, you are locked behind either fusion, which is what I'm playing right now, synchro, or link. And you can only use that specific summoning mechanic and anything related to that summoning mechanic. In this case, I am using Chroma's fusion slop list, or at least a variation of it. That's fair. I don't really have any specific summoning mechanic that I don't like. Yeah, synchro. Speaking of, I didn't mean to close out of that, but that's fine. If you saw Lugia, they also have loner decks, and one of them is a fairly, well-made ice barrier list, which was relatively unhit, surprisingly. There's no XEs, so no Evil Swarms, but hey, you get to play a pretty solid ice barrier list. It doesn't have the mulch armies and stuff, but it does have, 3 Ash, Imper, it's got 3 Medallion. And in terms of synchro, there's also the Assault stuff, which was recently released. And then the new Black Rose Dragon support got recently released in the latest pack. In terms of fusion decks, we've got they also want to go off the new stuff, but that's understandable. There's a fusion. There is Gate Guardian, I believe, as Toasted Toast. I'm sorry, I just saw Automod snipe something. Okay. But there's Gate Guardian slop, as Toasted Toast said it. Hero, with the newly released hero support like Furnace and Fountain. And then there's Archmage, of all things. Which is interesting. I guess Archmage is relatively solid. Literally every main deck name is SR and above. Archmage Loner of all things. They even gave it a super poly. And some decent super poly targets like Mud Dragon, Garura, and Earth Golem adding Nister of all things. Surprisingly generous for, like, just a random loner. Then Lynx. For Lynx, I'm using Sulfur but they've got the RBs. Got Code Talker. Toothlessness, how are you doing today? Welcome in. And they also have their own variation of the Sulfur deck. I still like mine better. I don't care for having 3 Astrograph, but it works. For people who want to give Sulfur a try. I guess speaking of, I like Sulfur, but I never know what to toss in it. So, what if Magical Musketeers Rocket? Rocket's available. That's not yummy. I know it's not yummy. Yummy is pretty well banned for this event because you can't use the synchros. Like, I guess you could use, like, yeah, people tend to mix Yummy with a Sulfur engine of, like, 3 Primora, 3 Cudia, 3 Happiness, and maybe, like, Solfeggio. Yeah, pure. But because this is the Link event, the Yummies got pretty much banned all the way. But speaking of, I don't really think I need the Supreme King Gate Magician. Do I want anything else, though? I mean, yeah, it's understandable, because Yummy would just end up running the lobby. I'd go for an extra nib. Then do I want something like a Veiler or 2? I do too. I might change it to try something else. But I have 3 Imperm, 2 Droll, 3 Ash, 3 Mulcharmy Bulos, 2 Nibiru. And then, just for board breakers, Harpies and Lightning Storm never hurts. Okay. So I'm originally going to focus on playing Chroma's Fusion Swap list. I want to see... Is there anything else I might want to take out? I think for the most part this is fine. Go ahead and give it another go. Oh, I know it does. This is a relatively nerfed version. Chromas typically plays like 3 Rhino Hearts. Obviously all the Draco Tail fusions are banned for this event. Not the greatest combination, but I can make it work. Is fire. I think I'd rather go Construct of all things. Follow. Let's see what I can hit. Is that an Ash? There's an Ash. What would I want to send off of Construct? Ash Blossom. I'll go Beast, actually. Just for a generic draw. And then Horn is just Horn. Or Sting is just Sting. It might come up. Shadows are still good. Like, they are past their prime for sure, but they can still carry something. Pretty good fierce. What do they send? Definitely ashing that. Oh, they double drew a wizard. That's unfortunate. Hey, Chroma. How you doing today? I'm playing something close to it. It's a bit of a weird list. I didn't follow it exactly, but I am indeed playing some variation of Fusion Slop. Should have sent the Fusion spell. That does not trigger the codec. That's fine. But that does. Code Radiator. Docker inverted. Any trigger? Oh no, it can't. Okay, so it is just kind of stuck like that, unfortunately. Okay, that's unironically a pretty decent one. I have a good target for it, though. I think this would just be Grand Wing and all. It is an... Hold on, it's an Oilitilis? Alright, because Ariel is water. Ariel, get rid of... Yeah, surprisingly underrated card. And I get Cartesia back. Fortunately, Horn is just not gonna, or Sting is just not really gonna do anything. If it was Horn, that would be amazing. Me when the duelist is triangle, exactly. I will actually... Artesia. Artesia for Artesia. Yeah, I'll go for the Aldo Lenatus. Aldo Lenatus. Granite Fusion. Artesia comes back. I think I have well enough for lethal. I did indeed see Toons are getting support. How good that'll be, I'm not sure. But I did indeed see they're getting support. Right, as long as that's not Ash Blossom, that's something. Do I have enough for lethal? I don't think. I have 100 off. But I could consider Toons. That might be a fun idea. I'll just set the Horn because... And let's go for game. I started up a free deck building service reveal if they even care about something like that. Huh. I imagine people in mass server will appreciate that. Hold on. No, let's keep going with Fusion Slop. I'm surprised I even won that duel. That hand was not the best. Now, this is an interesting hand. Oh, okay. I don't know. Do I not have a legal target? I don't have a... Fusion summon a Draco Tail monster. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Take that recommendations from Chroma anytime. I've had too many burn stall floodgates recommendations from YouTube already. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, YouTube is not always the best place to get. I mean, they're outside of, ironically enough, Discord service and stuff, there isn't really a great place to get recommendations for decks. YouTube can do fine, don't get me wrong. Unless it's a very dedicated, a very basic card for support. Well, the Mind Scan just shows your opponent's hand and face down, so you can negate a card from your opponent's decks for an entire turn. I did indeed see that. Which is more or less a reference to, they can declare Branded Fusion, and you can't use Branded Fusion for the turn. obviously it's more or less a reference to, I guess it's having mine, like, Millennium Eye. It's a fun... Yeah, I don't remember. It didn't say that it needed, like, you need a toon monster. I can imagine if that was just a generic look at your opponent's hand, negate. Oh, you have a toon card on your field. Okay. I actually don't know if it does. Okay. Lulu. Another Ash. Ironically, this is kind of the hand that I've been dreading. I think due to the ruling, Vertic can copy the effect, but Random Fusion, if you have it in your hand, you can't activate it. That would make sense to me. I don't want to put down the Celiac. Yeah, it's still a pretty strong effect, to be fair. This doesn't quite work the way I would want it to. Yeah, that's a good point. You can negate Habakiri or any other, like, absurdly broken effect. The silly... you still see a BB Kiri every so often. So in spite of the power creep, it's still a pretty decent card. And it did just get the legendary modern deck set did just release. And like, obviously, yeah, they want to push the new stuff first and foremost. And with the limit, it's a little bit harder for Habakiri to do its thing. Sure, if you have the third Ash in hand right now, that'll be a problem. My deck building service, because recently I've been getting more confident in building decks. I think that is a fairly... Okay. Obviously I chain Mulcharmy Puelos here. As you should. You're gonna chain the other Blue Eyes. No? We can thank Mikonko out for everything for that one. Ketu is nice. Okay, genuinely, why didn't you chain Blue Eye Spirit? I'd get silver. Special summoned. Destroyed by card effects. Oh, that's actually a good point. I didn't do your replay, Chroma. My bad. Maiden. Order effect is activated on the field. Minus 12 Puelos. Yep, that ends their turn. Okay, so that does actually... I'm surprised more people didn't know about, didn't think about of that. Right, get to... That is Blue Eye Spirit. Can I Shiren? Or will you act that? I can finally Shiren. I actually do want to send Pyroxil for this, then. Oh, but they if this is the case... Dueling or Gula, yeah. So this is just... Sorry, dragon monsters that you currently control. Until the end of next turn. Time to get brave for the day. Enjoy the duels. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Doesn't really matter. No problem. Ooh. I think actually pie is probably the correct answer, arguably. So then I can go... I see. Okay, hold on. Pie for Lucius. Return the pie. No, I would banish the spellcasters. Get another 5 mana. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Cannot be targeted. And cannot be destroyed by card effects. to go. Horn, bounce back the ultimate spirit. Soliek. Soliek. Then the Sheeran. Ultimate Spirit is negated. Ultimate Spirit bounces back. Also, Rhino Heart is great. Sheeran. Shoot. Oh, that's the end of the game. Actually, the Mysterion actually came in clutch. It's still Centurion for Synchro at the moment. That's a nice choice. Primite. Set up Primite Speller Trap. That gets Lordly Load. Mysterion is heavily underrated, to be fair. Alright. You only ever look at Secretarion. You never look at Mysterion. We do actually pretty decent. I can now activate 5 mana. Presumably for... Yeah, presumably for, ironically enough, the Secretarion. Or Albaz. I could Albaz on my opponent's turn. I'll get a Ketsu. It won't really do a lot. I think I'd rather normal summon. So I guess I'll just go... This is arguably a bad idea. But I'd rather normal summon the Rhino Heart. Okay. That Mysterion came in so clutch. Well, I guess if you voted, will Spore win this next game? If you voted yes, you actually did. You actually got your points. Congratulations. Okay. Okay. I will switch the Sulfur Quartz, but I am also going to refill my drink real quick. And then we'll watch Chroma's replay. Forget to bully me, Chroma, if I forget. And I'll watch your replay. Will not do it. So thank you for asking. Okay, I'm back. Drink has been refilled. So quick, we will look at Uma's replay. I guess if anyone has a replay that they want to submit, they're more than welcome to. I'm gonna claim all these now. Need. I've had a great run in this dual triangle. Might be my sheer baseness. More than likely, yeah. Let's see. New ones. Okay, pretty sure we've seen Vitriol. We've seen. Hold on, is that Archmage K9? Okay, hold on. I don't think we've seen this. So why don't we give this one a watch? I guess, like I said, if anyone has any replays that they want to, like, show off, you are more than welcome to put them in the chat. Just don't spam. Okay. So we have open Nini, Uli, Ultimate Slayer, Rust, Econco Fire Dance, 42 card main, 15 card extra versus 41 card main, 15 card extra. Now, that's exactly what I said not to do, Azo. Don't need to spam. Okay. We are going second, the ultimate in Econco technology. Let's see what we can do. A normal summon, Noroi. Noroi to special summon from deck a Lantern, or Joku. That gets K9 Ripper. Ripper gets to add 1. Izuna. There's the Lantern. Summon itself and the Joku. Gets to add a case for K9. Joku gets to add the Izuna. Case for K9, Noroi, overlay for a Nash Knight. The average Mekonko opening hand. You have Ultimate Slayer and all 3 Mekonkos. Go Ultimate Slayer, send Aggregator, bounce the Ripper. Aggregator, negate the Nash Knight. The Nash Knight will detach to the Xyz itself. Attach 1, immediate. Negate its effects, thrust. That gets Noble Twins. Do we have a... Send a Sanaki for an Aberesk. Aberesk, go to the Nash Knight. Summon the Huli, bounce the Nash Knight. B gets to add Rivalry. Fire Dance. Summons the Sanaki. Summons the Noroi. Sanaki summons the Huli. Sanaki return the Fire Dance. Set the Rivalry. Overlay for the Uzuhime, the Manifested Mekonko. Gets to add an equip. There's the Izuna. There's the Lupus that they wanted to add. Summon the Lupus. Summon the Izuna. That gets Double-Edged Sword. Gets to send the Forced Release. Lupus immediately overlays for Jax. Jax to destroy the Izuna. Teaching somebody the inner workings of a Mekonko in this duel. I see. And it seems that it blew up in their face. The most literal way possible. A Double-Edged Sword burn 4 game. Nice. I didn't get to see any of the Archmage cards, but they did not learn. No, they did not. Okay. We'll go ahead and try We'll try Silver Cord. A little bit more. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if we run into a bunch of Coltons, I might switch to something like Forecast. I do. Mostly because I'm not too interested in killer tunes. Problem is, I might kinda have to, at some point, learn. This is a... Okay, this is a hand. Unironically, I think my only option is pass. That's like an extender, kind of a brick. Not really a brick, but a garnet. It's 6.1, and I'm nowhere near finished. Yeah. With rank, that is. Adds a labyrinth wall. Ooh, actually, hold on, labyrinth wall. Searching level is level 5 or higher. Okay, I kind of have to hope they don't have awesome. They might just kill me. Need more gems to get through the triangle. I'm at 3,500 points. Until they... I mean, you could try to finish off whatever event you have left to get the really get more challenges, at least. I'm gonna say try to get the titles. Double labyrinth wall. Okay. Double Prisma. Cannot attack because of the labyrinth wall. Wing Synchro now for the final title. You could wait for the new challenges to open. Okay. Imperm does kill me here. I didn't mean like that. Veiler does kill me, actually. Let's get the Ashcraft Sorcerer and start looping. Also Nibiru, actually. Nibiru does hurt a lot. A Harpy's Feather Duster for the draw is not bad, though. I think we just go Princess, bring back the Electromites, and start looping. Okay. That's most battle phase, target a monster with 1600 or less attack. I actually have lethal. I have well over lethal, in fact, thanks to Beyond the Pendulum. Solfeggia. Julia. Zork. Pendulum Graph. And another Coolia just because. I think just go hit both Prisma and the Gracia for the spell. Really anything works here. I'll just go Happiness because then even in spite of this, I have Lethal. They get to pop Beyond the Pendulum, which I should have linked off for, to be fair. But I have well over a game anyway. Labyrinth Ball. Yep. My favorite piece of voiceless voice support. And probably one of the better Pendulum supports, to be fair. Only Up is just a really good card. Oh, I lost a coin flip. It doesn't invent support. It is original support 9 out of 10 cases. I mean, sure, because voiceless voice. Almost specifically. And I guess Ryuji also I think Ryuji also plays it. But they're like their own, that's their own mana worms there. And voices Ryuji plays it. Yeah. But so do a lot of Pendulum decks. Or I guess more specifically Pendulum slop decks. Melody of Awakening. Ooh. Discard the alternative. It's either Fusion or Synchro. Get OG Blue Eyes and a Jet Dragon. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Dark and... It's Fusion, okay. Banishing the Starving Venom. Searches a ritual spell, and it goes in your pen zone only after negating a spell card, which means you can't have 2 scales in order to negate. Savert. Dark End of Aberration. I have a plan. You can still Fusion Summon. Interface of field. I imagine send the Jet. Yep, send the Jet. Add any level 8. No antidote, nurse, pump, fusion, lat, sag. Special summon Galactic Spiral. Fusion Shokan. I assume. There we go. Actually, see related cards. Doesn't that get the dark end, or the light and darkness fusion? Blue eyes plus galactic spiral. Yep. Okay. Okay. This is theoretically full combo, but I would need to bait out 3 negates is the thing. This doesn't destroy. Oh shoot, this doesn't destroy. How do I want to... Because that brings it down to... I guess elegance, say immediately activate. Okay, we're on. If I go, hold on, if I go Dreamia, that negates the activation, it'll go to the graveyard. So that means I have Mora. It cannot lose, so it resolves. Those are from your hand. That's where the Atukia, possible death, cause of death, 3, killing my... I don't have enough room to run out the Electromite. Don't have enough for the Beyond. I guess I could go for the SP Little Knight. Oh, that's fair. Beat into the Light and Darkness Dragon. That gets both the Lad and the Blue Eyes. Ironically enough, you like... I kinda wish they had something to set, that way I could have baited one of the negates on the Harpy's Feather Duster. Also, drawing Ash per turn was not ideal. honestly, just going battle, feeding into the SP will win the game here on the spot. I don't know what you're thinking so hard about. It is legitimately just go battle. There we go. There you go. Well, I tried. That was also not a bad hand, to be fair. I just kind of got owned by a whole heap of negates. No way to really respond to it. Okay. So. Happiness. You have the Ash Blossom. That's an Ash Blossom. That is an Ash Blossom. No response. So no imperm. No droll yet. If you hate or cringe, you're gambling for RPGs. For JPEGs. I mean, kinda true, not gonna lie. How dare you say they are PNG? They're PNGs. Okay, fair. Okay, I'll need to immediately activate the field spell here. We got higher standards than just JPEGs, thank you very much. Gets us Solfegia. I think I do just actually need the Pendulum Graph, to be fair. Just to get some extra material. I haven't even played quite a bit of the game. Yeah, I go Primora, not spec, Primora. I actually think just add a Julia. I don't really play... To be fair, I don't really play that many mobile games anymore. Relinquish. Okay, I'm just gonna IP now. Except for Yu-Gi-Oh! PC Duel. Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of... That's the thing. Outside of very specifically Master Duel, I don't really play a lot of mobile games. I guess Black Illusion and another Relinquished, as long as they don't have as long as they don't have a second ritual spell, I should be fine. Maybe sometime, Chroma? Maybe sometime. Let's get... I don't want to draw Butea, so... Ooh. Gonna have to put Pendulum Grab Dragon back. Good luck Lugia for it. I thought they already played. Actually, yeah, I thought they already played Reverse 1999, though. I guess Relinquished. Ah, that's fair. That gets popped. That gets negated. Okay. I have a line to lethal. As long as they literally don't have anything else. Okay. Doesn't have that 258 foam. And I don't know how good their PC is. Yes, granted, they can play it on PC theoretically. How much time do I have left? I've got time for one more. Let's do one game of synchro. And then I kind of want to try opening some packs. You enjoy Fusion Stop? I did. It was surprisingly fun. Tuning. Well, that is an unfortunate hand. Going first. I think I just go Chunk Synchron, hope that I mill Jet. Jet work. No, Jet works. On an interactive gameplay in this economy? What? That's crazy. Okay. As long as they don't have Infirm, we have a line. Why do you think I made the deck that way? Because it was fun. I'm gonna agree that's really all there is to it. Nibiru, they've got Nibiru. Okay, I need Junk Signal. Yep. Most interesting fusion deck possible. I'll go ahead and use the tuning anyway. Uninteractive was the main objective. We gotta start a synchron. Oh, that would have been a... That's fine. Explosive gameplay was the second factor. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I don't get full... Oh, that's going to be a problem. Third factor was consistency. Minimize restrict. Activates a monster effect. So do they have the way to out the token? That's funny. That's funny. Okay. The Imperm will do heavy lifting here. That gets Junk Synchron. My Junk Signal. Okay. Oof. Ironically, I'm slightly worried what they would have done. If they didn't brick, they could have done. Is that almost all of them? I need to duel 15 more times, but that's basically all of, like, the major points. I just need to duel, like, 12 more times each, at the very least. People called me cringe. People said it wouldn't work. People even said, you suck at deck building. This is a front to God. You should stop playing the game, you garbage player. Is that a direct post? Oh. Is that a direct quote from someone? Because I feel like they should know that weird and awkward decks can still work. That... I might have directly copy-pasted that message from someone. Funny. I don't think they realize that. Guess, yeah, might as well get. And they lost to Mikonko. Eh. I guess to be fair, a lot of decks do still lose to Mikonko. Even if it's still not the best deck. I can just grab everything. Play Mikonko tier, they called cringe. He played cringe K9. I guess, was this on Dueling Book? Or was this on Matt? Oh, no, it couldn't have been on Master Duel. This had to have been on Dueling Book. I don't have any packs to get. I do have this, though. We even saw their replay. Oh, really? Yeah, I might as well try. It's the best deck in the format. I might as well give 1,000 gems at the very least. Randomly fought them in ranked. Oh. Pile Bunker, Rose Archer, Shepherd's Crook, Poppy Plant, Rage Rose Witch, RB Next Phase, Shaman, and Space Dragster. It does happen every once in a while. If you happen to be in the same rank. You just fight someone. Phoenix, Thriller, Tuner Capture, Rose Shaman. Ariko, that's nice. B2B, Next Phase, and Red Nova. I guess some people just don't really care for... I guess some people just don't care for Draco Tail or Branded, stuff like that. The RS was for Cooltoon. So, I've heard both. Allegedly, it's supposed to be Record Scratch, but Red Seal also makes sense. Battle-tuned, Shaman, Rose and Rose, Mark of the Rose, Pile Driver, and Sail in the Shackle. All of this one. Actually, pretty decent pull. Yeah, allegedly it's supposed to be Record Scratch. Tentacles, Draco Warrior, Majesty Maiden. Zaylan is good. Loses to Secretarion, but is still good. Tuner's Barrier, Rox Rose, and a Rotary. Yeah, it's a really interesting card with how it works, and I've seen a lot of people fumble its effect in Master Duel. Phoenix, Jack Reborn, Cutter, Rose Knight, Rose Dragon, Tentacle Lion, Playlist, and Crackle. Some people believe that the way it's worded is kind of awkward, Copy Plant, Rose Knight, Loudness War, Two King's Return, Brook, Rage Witch, Playlist, and Renova. Thank you, Full 2. The thing that I'm wondering is Synchro World, Rage Roach Witch, Thorn of Malice, Vengeful Witch, Base Dragster, Sentinel Play, Elf Note, White Forest. Not sure how I want to go about Black Capture, Black Knight, Shaman, Black Knight, Bobby Plant, Draco Awakening, and another Draco Awakening. Any Elf Note monster plus Sylvie is a Baron. That bar will be on the floor. Horn, General, Copy Plant, Draco Phoenix, Loudness War, Rose and Rose. Oh, Valken Brewster, and a Witcher Temple. Revival Rose, Loudness War, Red Nova, Thriller, Rose Lover, Barrier, Cutter, and Draco Awakening. It's fine. Add a monster from deck. Either a True Draco, True King, Draco Slayer, Pendulum, or Draco Overlord Pendulum. By battle artifacts, target one of them, place it in a spell trap zone as a continuous spell. It's not a diagram, but it still has its uses, to be sure. The only thing is that Cool Tunes is just really expensive. Forge is underrated for sure. Where is it? There. Forge of the True Draco Slayers. I didn't get one. It's not a Pendulum monster and a Draco Overlord monster on the field. Build many cards on the field as possible into the deck, and especially someone a Draco Slayer, Draco Overlord monster from your deck, and more summoning conditions. I can see why. Because it is just a complete Legacy pack. Duelist Cup and Legacy pack, yeah. Forge of the Future. For no reason at all, I'm sure. It's like the JJ I can craft. Speaking, it's this playlist and Loudness War. I believe Crackle. One juke joint, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And those are all of the SRs. Or the R and lower rarity cards. Oh, remixes on R? You know, I think I overreacted. I've got any of them. Nah. I don't have most of... I don't have most of the good ones yet. I only really got Rico. Okay. Now... Which is fair. Have I not started the D&D yet? No, I'm not. I think they're still prepping. More replays? Sure, not sure. I've got a couple minutes left. Why don't I show off one more replay? And then call it quits. Forecast in the dual triangle. Let's see what we're up against. Presumably a Dark Magician player, but you never know. Link only forecast. Who needs Ding anyway, you know? You never not see Ding when it's good. I phrased that wrong, but you get the idea. Good. Interesting hand. 40 card main, 15 card extra versus 40 card main, 15 card extra. We have open Ash Blossom, Double Harp Horror, Lacrima, and Imperm. We are going first. Let's see what we can do. Harp Horror immediately link off for the Galatea 1. Cool Tune. Immediately going for the Synchro Summon. That was an interesting card for sure. Clear Tune RS. Target the Imperm to destroy. Flip, banishing the access code. Sending the Harp Horror for the World Crown. Or is just a no-effect monster on the field. Ignite, send the Ignite-mare. Now that's fair. Forecast. Shovel back the Harp Horror for the Babel, Galatea, banishing the Girsu. Forecast Nightmare. Send the Symbol Skeleton. Go for Longirsu. We do get to send the RS. Shuffle 2 back. Babel. Send back the Galatea to Ellen Girsu. Add back the Symbol Skeleton. That's given it on potentially a Snatch Steal and a World Negate. Q normal summon. Send Ash Blossom. Galatea 1 banishing the other Galatea. I think we might have did this slightly wrong. Because if I remember, Alan Girsu does need this. Does need to add Cooltoon Synchro that gets rolled on. That gets Rotary. Rotary can extra normal summon, but they're gonna use it for the Trackmaster. Trackmaster gets to add. Cooltoon gets to add. Excavate the top deck. This was exactly according to plan. Okay. Banishing the Ash Blossom, putting the Multistream Fool as the bottom of deck. Cooltoon. X. JJ. Ellen Girsu. Add back to Galatea. Cooltoon Synchro. Harp Horror. Banish. This doesn't target, does it? Harp Horror for Girsu. It does target. Synchro into Loudness War. Back Galatea 1, it does not Snatch Steal. Full Tune to 8 Trackmaster. Yursu gets to Ascend and then Summon. Needed in the extra, I see. Bouncing back the World Crown. That gets the Tamer, Rico, Ellen Girsu, Banish, Send, Honest War to send, Symbol Skeleton to summon back the Girsu. Girsu, Loudness War, bounce back the Babel, send the Loudness War, Orca's Nightmare, send Sirius, Rico, that gets Mix, Sirius gets to summon itself, Overdrive for Coltoon, Mix, Rico, that does get a Synchro Summon for another RS, Battle, Sirius, pop both, Rico into Girsu, and unfortunately that is not enough for them to win on the crackback. GG. Yep, and RS is main phase only, which is why they couldn't negate. Okay. That is enough from me. Playing League. Is anyone playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel at the moment? I think Galatea back in the extra because at that point I think I already had gone down to 1 Galatea. Fair. Hello, Ashen Knight 200. How you doing today? We are an interesting time to join because we are getting ready to wrap things up here. But thank you for stopping by nonetheless. I'm doing all right. I do have to head off to work pretty soon. Just looking. There's a few people online, but Mass has not started their D&D session yet, which is fine. I think we'll just end things off here. I head off to here. So, tomorrow, we're gonna have part 2 of the Monster Hunter Stories 3. Fusion Stop Royale. Sure. Sure, why not? But can't I snooze the ads? People slop like pigs rolling in MTG. I can't slot. I can't snooze the ads, unfortunately. Yep. And there's a ton of slop to go around. Very quickly, I do. I'm gonna chat logs for a second. Oh, I can't see it anymore. Ah. Never been so slopped up. Okay. Like I was saying... Of course you go there. Yep, and you're stopping here. And so am I. Okay. Like I said. Reach the end of the pond line. But tomorrow, I'm going to try to do part 2 of that story stream that I kind of... that I had to end early. And probably Wednesday, I'll try another Master Duel stream. I'm trying to get a little bit back into the spirit of streaming a bit more regularly. Not quite, Chroma. Not quite. But, that said, thank you, everyone who decided to stop by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Yes, it was funny, Chroma. But have a good night. Of course, take care. It's just not live, but...